Good day, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to part 3 of my Football Manager 15 playthrough. Elburton Villa in the Southwest Peninsula League Premier Division. So, after our victory over Plymouth Parkway, it went exactly as I imagined. As I foresaw, we lost 3-1. Like I was saying in that video, you normally have a run of about 5 or 6 games in the league and then you end up losing one, usually quite badly. I did manage to score, however, so it wasn't too bad. Then I won 3-0, then I lost 2-1, then I won 2-0, then I lost 2-0. So it's good. I think it's going to be one of those seasons where you win one, you lose one, you draw one, you win one, you lose one, you draw one, that sort of thing. With the occasional win or lose streak in between. That's usually what happens in this game. It is quite random. You can have a good formation and a good team, but sometimes it is just random. Like, for instance, I think in... which one was it? It's this game against Launceston here. They got 2 penalties. 2. One is unlucky. 2... oh dear. I wasn't very happy about that. It was very RNG, as they say in the speedrunning community. Was not fair. Anyway, let's get back to what we have planned. We have a game against Ivybridge coming up. I don't need to go over any of my players because I haven't bought any. Scouting report. I always do what this guy says and it usually works. Oh, attacking set pieces. Okay. Haven't done that before, I don't think. Oh, I should have... I know what I plan to do. I plan to do a little bit of research about my my team. Hang on. Speak to Martin. Oh, this is a guy... I always tell them I'm going to play them and I never do. I plan to do a little bit of research so I could talk a bit about this team. There's not really much to say. It's a local team founded in 1982. Non-league. They play in the Southwest Peninsula Premier Division. That's about it. In real life they are at the bottom of the league. I'm not sure if they're going to be relegated because at this level, teams don't always get relegated just for finishing last. Just like they don't always actually get promoted for finishing first. They have to apply for promotion, and I think they don't get relegated if there's like so many teams or something. If there's not enough teams in the league going up from the previous division, or there's a lot of things that this game doesn't really take into account. But this is just a game, it's not real life. And if we finish first, we will be promoted. We won't have to apply like they would in real life. I think Plymouth Parkway have finished first and they haven't gone up. There's a real life example. Not this year, they didn't finish first this year, I don't think. I think it was last year. Blah, 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 blah. What's the point of all this? Who cares if Sheffield Wednesday extended a loan? Why am I getting all that rubbish? Why does that apply to me? It does not. I'm not going to be getting anyone from Sheffield Wednesday for a very, very long time, unless they're offering some sort of amazing free transfer. Why is my iPad bleeping? Anyway. So, let's see. Who do we want here? Do we want Skinner in the middle, or do we want to replace him with Al-Basif, who is now... I think I took Basif out because he wasn't fit. Let's have a look. James Skinner, he's not even ideal in that position. Who is Basif? Not great in that position either. Do I have anyone who is actually really good in the middle? I think I just clicked on him. Let's just go through... Oh, Clavis. Yes, I can start Clavis. Duh. Okay, Clavis, you can go there instead of Skinner. Skinner can be a substitute. Skinner's good. He runs a lot. He's a really good runner. I'm just checking. Oh, Drew Shaw's not fit, so I should probably have Skinner on the left. Skinner can go on the left, can't he? Yes, and he's good on the left. Okay, so Shaw's never fit and he's always injured. Kind of annoying because he's a good player. I'm just checking general. We're all very, very fit. Rickard and Rose Miles up front, good. Jackson on the right. Gwinnett, yes. We got Simon Charity as a sub, good. All these people are mediocre except for Basith, but I have no place for him. Defender, midfield, striker, midfielder. Yes, good. Yes. Let's do this. I think I need to play 2 games in this video as well, because I think there's another important game coming up straight after it, and I thought, I should probably show that too since it's relevant. That never does much. Anyway. Gwinnett. To Jackson. Fielden. Gwinnett. Corner to Elburton Villa. Liskoff. Oh, they just can't. Oh, there we go. Rickard comes out of nowhere. Runs past all their defenders who are standing still in the box. Rickard poaches it. That'll teach him. Unfortunately, Ivybridge isn't a well-known or big enough team for there to be any offensive chance towards them. All the bigger teams, you know, everyone from the Premier League down to League 2 has a chant that you can chant against them and wind them up. But I don't think there are any for this level. I think it's all... well, it's practically park football, isn't it? Let's be fair. Murphy. It's a friend. Proctor Green. He's tackled by Fielden, and it's a good tackle. Who launches it down to Rose Miles, who runs straight through the middle of the defence and completely misses an open goal. And Ben Clarvis is looking very motivated today. Rickard, Rose Miles, falls over in the box. Not a penalty. Referee tells him to get up. Rickard. And again they miss an open goal. The strikers are not at their best today. They are not taking their chances. Clarvis retrieves the ball. He sends it down to Jackson on the wing, who runs it out of play because he's a bit rubbish. Dreeden with a free kick. Right into the wall. Ivybridge have the corner. And the corner just sends it straight to Skinner, who sends it straight to Rhys Miles, who... I thought my mouse cursor was the ball then, I'm sorry. Fielden. Gwinnett. Jackson. Tackled by Ryder. Pass it to Redding. Clarvis tackles Redding. Jackson sends it down to Rickard, but Clapham intercepts. Some of these players are looking very motivated. Proctor Green is offside. Lang with the free kick for Elburton Villa. Jarvis doesn't get it, but it is a corner. Jackson with the corner. It was almost a very good corner, but the goalkeeper Caddy kept it out. He seems like a decent keeper they got there. Good clearance from Ryder. We're putting the pressure on with these corners. Hopefully we can make something of it. Liskoff back into the area, and it's cleared off the line. Gwinnett retrieves it, and we send it right back into their area. We are putting constant pressure on Ivybridge right now. What is that guy's name? Oh yes, Rickard headers it into the net. And it's his 9th goal of this season. Have we even had 9 games? Because that's fantastic if so. That guy's name is Wanky Wicks. That's a funny name. He probably calls himself Wancer Wicks. James Skinner is offside. And Grimstead has the throw in at the halfway mark. Skinner gives the ball away. This goes back to the keeper. And that is not a very good goal kick from Ashley, but gets a bit lucky and the deflection takes it to Rickard, who takes it to Rose Miles, who holds the ball far too long, but he gives it to Fielden. Clavis launches it towards the corner. Grimstead just about keeps it in, and there's Rickard with a header over. I'm going to have to make a substitution at half-time. One of my defenders is not looking 100%. Rickard. Gwinnett. Launches into the area and cleared. Back into the area. Cleared again back into Grimstead. He's tackled. But Skinner retrieves it. Into the box. Oh, Rickard misses another sitter. So many chances being missed. But Elburton Villa are 2-0 up. And look, Nicholas Liskov does need to be substituted here. Because he is absolutely exhausted. No, who was it that could go there? Was it Kevin Thicke? He can, but he's not great there. I think the only person who can really go there is Charity. He's not brilliant there, but I really don't think I have anyone else who can fit in that position that Liskov's in. No, I do not. Okay, so hopefully my Gwinnett doesn't get injured because I don't have anyone to replace him. Charity's okay in that position. Let's start the second half, shall we? Ivybridge with a kick-off. Clapham to Ryder. Oh, my back hurts. Gives the ball away. Back to Elburton Villa. Clavis. That looks offside. Is it? Well, the linesman did give it, but it looked fairly offside to me. And if it wasn't, well, Rose Miles missed another open goal. And that was a good free kick, but my goalkeeper is too switched on for that kind of nonsense. Looks like Ben Clavis might be the next one to come off. Oh, and speaking of which, he passes it to Frieden, he passes it back to Clavis, to Rickard, through to Fielden, who has a quite feeble shot, and Cadu is able to save. So you don't need any subs right now. You want to take your time with these subs at this level because, well, even in the game in general, because you do tend to get one injury per game. So don't rush those subs, don't go doing triple substitutions, especially not at this level. I did do it once when I went 3-0 down. I did a triple substitution. It paid off because I scored a goal. And that was because one of my players was like, oh, please let me play up front. Please let me play. So I was like, okay, I'll be nice. I've been winning a bunch of games. It can't hurt. What happens? I concede 3 goals. As soon as I sub him off, I score a goal. So it definitely was his fault. My keeper's trying to sweep it. He puts enough pressure on Nastow for Nastow to make a mistake. Looks like Ben Clark is going to have to come off very soon. After this corner, I expect. Oh! Oh, save. Okay, I'm going to substitute Ben Clavis for Drew Shaw. No, not Drew Shaw. Hang on. No, that is right. Yeah, because what I can do is, I'm just checking it definitely. I switched Skinner with Shaw. So he's not very good there, but Skinner is, and he's much better on the left, and that's how I manage that. And it's been working for me all season. Who I need to sub next? Come on, own goal. Come on. Ah. I'll probably make another substitution at the 80th minute. Oh, why couldn't you tackle? Why did you not make the tackle? Vince and a Dugby. Disallowed goal. Haha. In your face. Looks like Matt Rickard might be coming off now. He's the least fit person on the pitch and we don't need to score any more goals. I'm just waiting for the time to go to 80 because I'm obsessive compulsive in that way. Wow! Now that was a strike. Well done, friend. Gary Friend. Bow down before him, people, because that was a godly goal. Just watch. Wanky Wicks plays it to Friend. From what, that must have been, what, 40 yards out? Flipping heck. Anyway, who's the least... Well, we could replace Jordan Jackson with somebody on the right. I'm not going to. I'm going to replace Matt Rickard because strikers are a bit more important. I'm going to put Bassett on. He's quite good. And that's the final substitution of the match. TJ Lang's looking tired though. He should be okay. We've only got 3 minutes left. Oh, they have a free kick. I hope they don't equalise. Oh man, that was a good free kick. But Bassett's on the run. Nobody near him. He needs to pass it to his left. He does so. Rose Miles. What's he going to do? Is he going to pass it? He is. And Shaw's there. Loads of space, but the cross is poor. But Jackson has enough room. Come on, Jackson. Oh, come on. Oh, that was actually a really good save. Okay, that looks like it. Looks like we won 2-1. That was a good bit of play, that. That was a good counter-attack. Oh, and speaking of counter-attacks, this looks good. Look at that for a goal kick. Straight to Musto. To Wade. To Redding. And he's tackled. But Ryder picks it up and he's blocked. Ryder with the throw-in. Straight to Redding. Good tackle. His friend. I really thought he was going to launch it into the back of the net again. This was what I was saying earlier about like the randomness of the game. Like they can just score from like 40-30 yards sometimes, or they just get a random penalty. And you can have the best tactics in the world and they can just do things like that. Even though they're in 10th division. Why did Gwinnett not go after that? I know he has the throw-in, but he's probably going to throw it straight back to them, isn't he? No, he gives it to Jackson. Okay, good. We've got 1 minute left. Maybe we can get a final goal. Oh, that could have been good if he got it to Rose Miles. That's a good pass. And that's not. There's some good aerial football being played here. From both teams. I'm still going to throw to Shaw. Skinner. Tackle, come on. This game is over very soon. That's it. Full time. Elburton Villa beat Ivybridge. That's good. It's very good. Very nice victory. Well done. So, who are we against next? Because I'm sure it was someone important. Tor Point. Okay, they're not so important. Never mind. We don't need to show that. They're like 8 miles from where I live. Most of these teams are about 7 or 8 miles from me. Apart from the one I'm playing as. Yep. Okay. So, let's see. Where's the schedule? Who shall we do? See, Saltash and Tor Point are right next to each other. I mean, in real life, I think they're like one's across the river from the other or something. I don't know. I'm not very good at. I live in the area and I still don't know where these places are. I do know that Tor Point is where the ferries go over to Cornwall. I think Saltash is one end of the river, or one side of the river, and Tor Point is the other side. So you go to Saltash to get on the ferry, and then it takes you to Tor Point. Or do you go to Tor Point to go to Saltash? I don't know. Blah blah blah. Newquay, Elmore, Falmouth. Oh, there's a lot of games. Plymouth Park. I'll probably do Plymouth Parkway. Yeah, I'll start again on Plymouth Parkway. Because they're my rivals. Which means I get to play all this off camera. And you don't get to see it. But I'm very glad we got a win. Let's just look at our position in the league. How do we do that again? That'll do. Board confidence. Look at that. We are 2 points clear of Tor Point. Did they win their last game, actually? I'm not sure. How do I... Where's the thing? I think it's home, actually. Yes, home. Right. No, that doesn't tell me either. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, next time we'll be playing against Plymouth Parkway, so stay tuned. Actually, don't stay tuned. That might be a while. Come back another time.